Welcome back. Hey, so we're back over by the tiny power plant and just checking to make sure that we are doing okay power-wise. And yeah, we're all right. We're spiking up and down right around that 250 level. We've got a little bit of power supply to back us up in the storage, so we're okay. Now we're going to build our initial truck station here. We're going to build it near this area because this is going to be kind of like a jump start for the big power plant, right? So we had our starter factory over there, our open concept starter factory. We burned a lot of flowers so we could get enough energy and components to build this tiny power plant so we could automate our power, basically the same amount of power as before. We really didn't strive to make more power. We just wanted to automate it all. And now we're going to use this tiny power plant and the starter factory to lever up into a real, no kidding, coal power plant. First thing we're going to do is just put together 3 truck stations. Now, why 3? Well, we actually have access to a significant amount of sulfur. Sulfur is one of the 2 components to our chosen coal power plant fuel, which is compacted coal. Let's test this out as a first thought. So generally speaking, what we're talking about... Oh, sorry. So we have access to 690 sulfur per minute. Okay. Part of our lift tower extravaganza that we built last video. And I don't know how far this way we need to go with this. Probably at least 1 or 2 more so we can make the turn. Do I have what it takes to make a tractor? And I know I've got coal on me, so we can drive this thing. I don't have any coal on me. Let's go grab some coal. So I'm thinking we'll drive in and out, kind of right in this area. And then we'll drive in, and then maybe we'll just have all of them hit all 3 of these. Just pick up what you can, pick up what you can, pick up what you can, then turn around and get out of here. So that's the general plan. Luckily, nothing's coming back. So we only have to worry about fuel, right? The little fuel can is the fuel, and then the export. We don't have to worry about importing. So what I want to do first is just pull some coal off the line over here to fuel our tractors, excuse me. I wonder if I can get away with a 1 meter foundation. I'm thinking, is this enough room? I kind of want to move this off by 1. Give ourselves a little bit more room. I think that's better. Gives us a little bit more room to pull in the other resources. Nice rainy day today in Satisfactory. Needs to be powered to even collect the fuel. But maybe we should hold off on that. We're really pushing the underwater building here. Okay, there we go. They're all fueled, ready to go. And I think I want to do something with this. Like, we're going to have to do something, right? Let's put a little wall in. Make it a double wall. And inside it'll just be a simple, it's just a simple catwalk scenario. Maybe. That catwalk might not be tall enough. We'll double this. I think what we'll do is we'll just make this like a 2 and then a stroke of 1 with windows in it. Of course, I don't have my silica on me. I'm building all of this basically just to get the power in place. Let's just get the power in place. Let's make sure we actually want all of this construction that we're putting in. The problem I'm having is that obviously, unless I'm willing to flip, yeah, it clips this entry point, unfortunately. So it might not be a full zoop. But we could zoop this part. And then we'll just double wall where we need it for each one of these. Did I double wall this one? I did. And we'll just come over here. That should fuel these. Why aren't we getting fuel? Because we haven't connected the power yet. There we go. Vehicle to load is what we want to do here. And then I suppose I could just skip the ones that block the input. Sorry, I'm very much pensive today. It's possible we need to widen this. And then I also want to know, how much does that... Okay, so those 3 truck stations probably are increasing our power. A lot of these buildings have passive power requirements. Oh, it's 20 megawatts. So that's 60 megawatts just, boom, increased. That means we're going to have 60 more to do with the drop-off as well. I think we need one more level. maybe we'll just make this whole stripe here a bunch of windows. Okay. And then the other thing we want to take into the other thing we need to take into consideration, super easy for me to say, is to put down our 4x4 road. Now, I am going to admit, if I had this to do over again, I would not do a 4x4 road. I would probably do something closer to 3. But since we've got this and it's going to be a straight shot, we're going to use it. We're going to use a little bit of organization, I think, to get a little perspective on this build. Let's see if we can get this 4x4 road put in place. I want it to be kinda in that area, but I also want to maybe try to stay on the grid a little bit. Maybe. I can't tell if this is the right place or not. Let's just take a peek. Okay, so it's 4x4, so the edge of the grid is the edge of the grid. And it's going to snap here in a second. And then let's move it away. We're going to have a little bit of clipping on that rock piece there. Let's do a little rotation to make sure we are where we think we are. We're doing all this pensive work when in fact we don't have the materials to click the button. Right there is probably our best bet, but that is clearly clipping that piece of road or this sculpture, which I think I'm okay with. I think it adds a little character to have a little bit of clipping, just occasionally. Let's grab some of the stuff out of here that we had set up for building the road. I mean, one way to test it would be to just connect like this and then zoop and see where we end up. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to eyeball going through this, I don't know, what you call this? Trying to get through this space. Yeah, it's gonna clip through a little bit on that side, and it's gonna clip through a little bit on this side, but that will allow us to get through 4x4. And honestly, it seems obvious to me that I don't have nearly enough concrete on me. I don't think there's any concrete on this side of the world either. Give me a second. I'm going to go grab some. I will be right back. And we're back. All right, so we've decided we're going to clip that one little edge there. As we build by moonlight. And I think we're going to have to lift this up by like 2 or 3 meters, which is also fine. So right there is too far to the side, so we need to come back and go. Oh man, I'm having a heck of a time getting the angle here. Let's try that again, shall we? We got a snap. Actually, right there is probably right. And now, one would hope that blueprint mode would come in to save us. And we're just going to go, excuse me, sorry about that. We're just going to go as far as we can with the resources that we have on hand. Build the rest of this road later. I don't know about you, but I'm liking this. This is a really wide road for us to drive down to our coal power plant location, which in and of itself will have lots of open space because we're going to build on the water. And never forget that you need water anyway as part of your coal power plant build, so it's perfect. Matter of fact, while we're here, let's grab a little extra coal. Just to make sure we don't get all the way out there and then run out. We theoretically could ride two lanes in each direction. I should have hooked up the lights. That would have been cool. So my thoughts are, you're coming down. Update 8 will make this a smoother ride. You arrive at the station, slide in, turn in, pick up from here. I have to stop to pick up? Well, there's nothing to drop, so... So should I make... I think I'm going to make each tractor stop at each location. I don't have the stuff I need to make the light control panel. We'll deal with that later. So the bases are done, and they're pillared down to the ocean floor. As far as you know, they are anyway. And we'll go here. We'll make all of this asphalt. Customizer, let's look for concrete. I should have grabbed some silica while I was back at the base. Yeah, actually, now that I have some severe... I've got some serious room in my inventory. I don't even think I need this. Yeah, I don't need this catwalk. I don't even really know what I was thinking with that. I've got everything that I need to build out some of these miners. Let's do that. Actually, you know what? We should probably put that on foundation. Try to use these leaves to clean out that stone. All right, so that's first 270 of the coal. I could put 2 lines of stuff on here. And actually, I probably could use this one. We have a total of 690. $690 minus 270 minus 270 means we need 150. I could probably peel 150 off of this. Let's see. If I peel 150 off of this one, half if it's 270, that leaves me with 120. And each of these are burning 15, 120. That's 60 total, so that's 60 remaining. And then we're peeling the last little bit and feeding these 3. So that basically leaves us 20 per transport. I think that'll work. I think that will work. That was the last bit of my steel. I need to put in another miner, but you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm gonna have to use a slower belt than I really want to use, just so we can try to avoid running back in and having another cut right now. Totally pointing that in the wrong direction. Just in case in the future I want to build another miner out here, we'll have access to power. Okay, let's put together a little bit. Some poles here. Oh yeah, I'm totally out of steel. Wow. What a weird shape. I don't understand why it's pointing down like that. It's very weird. I'm just making crates all over the place. You know, the point was to get this coal out of here, so let's just get the coal out of here. I guess the angle of that splitter is causing the problem. We'll just move this coal out of the way so we can keep going without any new crates being created. And like I said, I'll come back and upgrade this with steel so we can move in the right amount of coal. Trust me when I said I could see steel or coal on the belt there. So this is set up correctly. You know, I just had a thought, which aren't always good, that we should double check our compacted coal recipe just to make sure. Yep. Perfect. 1 for 1. I just had a weird thought that it might not be 1 for 1, and I made all these assumptions that since I had 690 sulfur per minute, I also wanted 690 coal per minute. But we're okay. This is actually more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I need to get all the coal in, but I need to get it in basically as 3 lines. Though technically at 690 divided by 3. And we know we're going to actually end up dumping in more coal. It's not going to be perfectly ratioed. So how do I get 3 lines into each one of these? The temptation is wrong. First of all, let's just say it. If you could say, you could put 2 lines here and then 1 line here and then put 1 line sulfur and then 2 line sulfur, but then you're guaranteed to pull in more coal as each truck or tractor comes in and picks up stuff. It would fill up on coal, then kind of like a half-half. And then now that it's already full, it wouldn't pick up any sulfur. Now, if you had enough tractors on the line, that wouldn't be true, but you would always get a little bit more coal. So I do want to have 1 line per station, so it's closer to 50-50. If I come in at this level, but that's my window level. I want to put windows there. So I'd have to come in at this level right here. This is slowly but surely coming together. Let's move this over 1. I'm gonna have to run back and grab silica and some steel. Otherwise, I'm going to be in a situation where it's going to be suboptimal in too many locations. Speaking of which, let's stop by the sink. Get some stuff out of our inventory, like flowers and leaves and wood, limestone, sort, and odd number of plates. We probably don't need coal right now. Something like that. And then let's also check and see if we have any tickets. Ooh, we do. 16 tickets might be enough to buy something of interest. Well, the billboards and the floodlights are pretty much calling my name here. The better windows are also hot. Let's start with the better windows. Get the hypertube stuff out of the way. 8 more. Floodlights. 3 more. I think I'm going to get the double ramp. I don't think there's enough steel here. I'm going to have to make some steel, grab some silica. I'm going to be right back with lots and lots of steel on hand. 1 second. And we're back. All right. I didn't pick up an absolute ton of steel, but I think I got enough. So we're going to start by hexing these windows. Instantly make use of our awesome new items. And then I think the thought was, what was the thought? We could bring one of these down. Like this. Have one go up. On this side, preferably. Thank you. And then have one just go straight down. We really don't have the room to make this happen. If I have each belt $270, so 270 divided by 2 times the 3, that's 405. That's not enough. We need to go direct. We need to make use of all these options. Let's just do a straightforward. We'll just do a pack and stack. It's simple. We'll just do it that way. We will merge. We'll split this. Maybe. And then we'll split in from the other direction the sulfur. And then post this, we need to merge in, or yeah, we need to put in this. Really, this would be better maybe as a smart splitter situation. Sorry, this is turning into a bit of a quandary here. 1, 2. Let's just try the basics. Where do we connect this? This game is a pensive meditation on the perplexity of planning versus freedom. And right now I'm having kind of a existential crisis on the topic, because if I put this on the wall, then I can bring the sulfur in off the wall. So let's go ahead and connect this down the line. The problem is, the mental model problem is this. A splitter can take in 1 and feed 3 equally. So your first thought is to go ahead and just put in 1 and then split it. But one belt can't provide 690 at our current technological level. So we're kind of stuck with doing something like this. This will work just fine. We need to split off. We'll split it off from the middle here. Then we'll merge it back. On the middle as well. That feels like it's on the line. I might want to dead end that. That might be all I want to do there. I said it had 690. Divide by 3. It's 230. Each belt can currently do 270. So either every belt touches every option or not. I think I'm going to have to go with every belt touches every option. We're going to have to see. I am not totally convinced by this quite yet. If you couldn't tell. Trying to decide exactly where to put this. We'll keep all these belts off the line, or off the ground, I should say. Excuse me. You know, I can feed this now. It will sort itself out eventually. Now I can see why I wanted the catwalk. So this first one gets 50%. This next one gets 50% of this, 50% of that, so it actually gets 100%. But then it gets chopped back down 50% on the splitter. This one is getting 50% and 100%, theoretically, assuming that they all are all the same amounts, which they're not. I think this is close. This is close. It's not going to be perfectly distributed, but I think it's close. 233 there, 260 there, 332 there. 240, 270, 350, 250, 290, 370. Yeah, the difference between them is about 100 and change. I think that's fine. They're all going to get hit anyway, right? So we're good. And there's plenty of room. So now the question is, how do we do this on the opposite? How do we do this on the opposite? I suppose the simplest way to do it would be to go up a couple more levels. Let's clean this corner up, make it the same shape as this side. And then I think we'll just drop them in right by the wall, right? Like this. And one we can drop down immediately. Just foist it straight in. But wait a minute. Why are these... Oh, because I'm coming in on the same plane. That's why these are so easy to connect to the wall. This one I'm coming in at perpendicular. So that's going to make it different, not more difficult, just different. Maybe we can squeeze a door in here. It's going to be a headbang hazard, but it's like, do you put this? I could go lower and then connect you. Yeah, we could drop you down a little bit too, but we have to clear these. So let's put one kind of on the high side. And then one on the edge. And I might not need to come all the way over here with that second belt, but we're going to do it just to be on the safe side. And what do we do here? We said the first one splits and drops. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, the first one goes direct into here. Then the second one drops. That was way off. Merge this together. That's still off. Ew. Let's do these both over again, shall we? split you right on the window. Merge you right on the window. Now let's see if we can connect these two. That's better. And we'll just do the same thing for top line. Actually, I don't think I need this line at all. It's easy enough to put it back in, but I think the sulfur comes in and gets split here. No, it gets, yeah, split here. Half goes into there. Then all of this comes into here. That's the problem. Less than all of this will make it in here if it's a full belt. We're probably going to have to come back to this. But we'll worry about that later. The basic build is correct. Do I have my... I do. I think we'll just... Well, we can close... We'll just close it like that. I think we need to break up all that. That white is just so stark. if I did a... Yes, let's do that. That'll be fun. I probably just deleted a little more than I needed to. Kind of a simple method to give ourselves a little bit of a shape. And then we'll have to come back and put in some labeling when we're ready. It's going to be a lot of signs. And I guess I technically should do the same thing on this side. But now I think we're getting into the decorative side of things. This is just for the build. And for the swimming, apparently. I wonder, do I have patterns? Yeah, I don't really have enough patterns. Some patterns that would express to turn here would be kind of cool. And then I'll regulate some of this by picking up some of this coal manually and using it for steel. But for right now, I think we've built the basics for our compacted coal supply hub. And then my next thing to do would be to brave the rest of the sulfur, get that collected and connected. And once these two get combined, we'll ship them down the road. Let's take one more trip down there to see kind of scout the location. Ooh, I need to get that little bit of concrete changed over to asphalt. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of room. I should probably take this out another 15 or 16 options and then really build something big. Or I could turn this, do like a 90-degree turn here, and then build it a little closer to shore. Something to think about. But that's definitely something to think about for a future video. is going to be like the shortest, straightest road ever. It's going to be really easy to set it up, though. That's the good news. At that point, everything's full. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's customize this one little area for materials. Just to make sure that we're happy with that. All right. Next time, we'll go back and get the sulfur. I'll probably take a little bit of time off camera just to gather some food so we can get out of that gassy area and then build, 3 or 4 more lift towers to get the good stuff to here. Then once we have it here, we'll just send it straight into the transportation hub. Then after that, we'll be ready to go for setting up the compacted coal factory after we extend this line. And then after that, we're ready to build the coal power plant. So we have about 5 videos left before we're done with coal. And then we're going to want to do a decoration and a tour, of course. So there's like 7 videos to go. The good news is when we build this coal power plant, we're probably looking at, I don't know, 7,500 power. It's going to end up being a lot. We're going to go from 300 to a huge chunk. One thing I do need to take into consideration, though, is how we're going to do that with the power that we currently generate. We're already on the edge. Yeah, and this is 99%, which tells me we've already tapped into some combination of things that put us over the 100. My temptation is to overclock. But if I'm going to do it, I should probably overclock it equally, I think. There's a slightly different sound when it goes to overclocking. I tell you, this game. So now we're using 68 water per minute. The coal amount isn't going to kill us. Once we get the other coal plant online, it'll be easy to make that adjustment. So we're on borrowed time at this point. Right into the water. We'll make this one 69 just to make sure that we don't run afoul of any fractional gods. All right, that gives us a little bit more headroom, an extra 100 megawatts. And the reason, yeah, we spent 60 just by having these transports connected, even though they're not doing anything. And now the question will be, what line do we use? I think this one is probably our best bet. So we're really close to those, to the Sulfur Towers now. That was what, maybe 30 foundations? So we'll have to build 7 or so shift towers. Then we'll connect it directly in there and we'll be done with that part of it. I might keep this water area right here. Seems kind of fun. All right. Third time. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We got a lot to do. So I'll see you next time.